Hi everyone, welcome to Cancel That Reservation, the YouTube channel where we cook our favorite restaurant meals at home. Today, we're going to do one of my favorite dishes, chicken tikka masala. Let's get right into it. I'm going to describe this dish in two parts, the marinade for the chicken and the recipe for the curry. Overall, the dish takes just under an hour of prep and cook time. For a detailed list of ingredients and where to find them and the instructions for the dish, check out the video details below. I marinate the chicken in yogurt and a blend of spices. Start with 2 cups full-fat yogurt and stir it until it has a smooth consistency. You'll now need a tablespoon of each of the following: ground coriander, ground turmeric, ground cumin, ground paprika, and kosher salt. You'll also want 20 grams of grated ginger. That's about the size of maybe a thumb or a finger, and a 1 clove of grated garlic. You'll also want to add the juice of half a lemon and your chicken. In this case, I'm using about 1.25 pounds of chicken thighs, but then again, you can use whatever meat or veggie you like best. Combine all the ingredients in a bowl and give it a solid mix. By the way, if you want to taste the marinade, make sure you do it before you add the chicken. Cover and toss this mixed bowl into the fridge for at least 30 minutes and up to about 24 hours. So now, we're ready to get cooking. Set your oven to bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and let it preheat. At the same time, put a saucepan on low to medium heat to preheat for the curry. Grab a baking tray. I like to line my baking tray with aluminum foil and drizzle a little bit of olive oil on there to prevent sticking. Next, get your chicken on the tray, leaving space between the pieces, and toss that into the oven as soon as it gets to about 400 degrees. The chicken's going to take about 30 to 35 minutes to bake, so let's get working on that curry. First, let's go over the ingredients for the curry. You'll need half a large onion, finely diced, and about 7 ounces of tomato paste. Now, a lot of purists are going to get upset about the tomato paste, but hear me out. First, getting perfectly ripe tomatoes, difficult to manage. Even when you accomplish that feat, it can take hours to properly cook them down. Tomato paste gives us the consistency and flavor at a fraction of the time. Next ingredients that you'll need are a heaped tablespoon of garam masala, 1 tablespoon paprika, 1 cup heavy whipping cream, 1 cup chicken stock, 4 large chunks of ginger, and 1 crushed clove of garlic. A tablespoon of salt and cayenne pepper to taste. I'm using 1 teaspoon here. You'll also need about 10 grams of kasuri methi. It's also called dried fenugreek leaves. This is the most important ingredient, so make sure you track this down. You can find it at most Asian grocery stores, but I'll also leave you some links in the video details below so you can see the brands of spices that I'm using. By now, your pan should be nice and hot, so go ahead and add the butter and let it melt. Now add the onions and let them start cooking also. Keep mixing them every so often until they start caramelizing or start to turn brown. It should take about 10 minutes or so, but make sure you don't let them get black. Next, add the garlic and the big chunks of ginger and continue mixing. Let them fry up in that butter mixture. We've cut them up pretty big, so it's easier to fish these out later. We want them to flavor the dish, but definitely not to overpower it. If you started baking the chicken at the same time as you started the curry, now is a good time to go check in. Because of the yogurt and the juices from the chicken, you'll have quite a bit of water in the baking tray. I take a quick moment here to take the tray out of the oven and remove the liquid by pouring it out into the sink. Flip the chicken and then put it back into the oven. Now, I'm adding the garam masala. This is by far my favorite step. As the spices fry up in the batter, you'll get to enjoy an aromatic treat. Mix the spices into the onions and let them fry for about 30 to 45 seconds. Any more than that and they'll start burning. Next, add the tomato paste, mix thoroughly. Bring that mixture to a simmer and then add about half the chicken stock. You could also use vegetable stock or water in this step as well. Let the tomato mixture cook for about 5 minutes and then add the rest of the stock. Again, let it simmer and cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. What you're seeing here is about the color and consistency that you're going for. Take this opportunity now to fish out those giant chunks of ginger and garlic. And then next, add the cream and mix it all up. Finish adding the rest of the ingredients, the salt, paprika, kasuri methi, and cayenne pepper. Mix well and let it simmer. We're going to let that sauce simmer for another 5 minutes or so. So now is a good time to do a final check on the chicken. It should be just about done. Take a moment to drain any excess fluids in the sink again and give the chicken a final flip. Remember, you want the internal temperature of that chicken to reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a cooking thermometer, I'd highly recommend grabbing one. I've linked the one I use below in the comments section. When the chicken is cooked, you can take it straight from the oven and put it into the sauce. Mix, cover, and let it simmer for about another 5 minutes, and you're done. Serve that up with naan, rice, bread, or even enjoy it just by itself. Well, folks, that's all for today. If you like what you saw, gently press that like button and leave me a comment in the comments section. Thanks for canceling your reservation. See you next time.